This customer had asked us to come back out to repair a couple very small areas in the floor. The first was only about the size of the tip of my pinky, and the other one was a very minor surface scratch, either from equipment or dog's claws, possibly because it was a dog boarding facility. The scratch was only about 2 feet long. But before we get too far ahead in the video, I just want to go over the items that will be needed. The items that you will need are 80 grit sandpaper or sanding screen, rubbing stone, denatured alcohol for cleanup, rags, disposable brushes or chip brushes, masking tape, small mix buckets, mix paddle, and then finally whatever product that you're going to use for the repair, preferably either like an epoxy or polyaspartic. We'll start by repairing the scratched area. We will first lightly abrade the area with the sanding screen or sandpaper. This will abrade the surface to allow the coating that we're going to be using to repair to adhere to the surface. For this particular scenario, we also used a flathead screwdriver to dig out the dirt that had gotten built up where the scratch was gouged, and this is going to keep the dirt from being highlighted when we clear coat it. Before we begin to apply the coating over the scratched area, we'll clean the area that we abraded with denatured alcohol to wipe it clean and get off any remaining dust and debris from the surface. Once we're ready to coat, we will begin to mix the material. We'll follow the mixing instructions according to the data sheet on the product that we're using, and then we will begin to lightly apply the coating to the scratched area. We'll first begin to apply the material fairly liberally over the surface, but we don't want to have it too thick, just to help it blend in with the rest of the floor around it. You'll notice in the video that after I applied the coating, I kind of went back with a brush just to lightly tap it, and this helped to blend in the coating and kind of feather in the edges with the rest of the floor. And that will wrap us up for the scratched area. We just need to let that cure. Now we will move on to the gouged area. This area was damaged all the way down to the concrete, so the repair method will be a little bit different than the scratch, but the overall concept will remain the same. Like the scratch, we're going to want to clean the damaged area, so in this particular case I just took a screwdriver because it was such a small area to kind of loosen up all the dirt and get everything cleaned out of it. On a bigger area you could just take a rubbing stone, just something to abrade it and get the surface cleaned and open it up to get it ready for the coating. I started by dabbing the mixed material in the damaged area to get a base ready for the flake. The base is going to act as basically the adhesive for the flake so that the flake will adhere to the concrete. After the base is applied, we'll lightly sprinkle the flake over the area, just enough to cover it. Again, on this particular damaged area, it was so small that I was able to kind of spread the flake to get the area covered and then go back with the mixed material and dab it over it to get it sealed. But in a lot of repairs that are bigger, you're not going to be able to do that. You'll have to apply the base coat, throw the flake into it, allow that coat to cure before you can come back, clean off the excess flake and top coat it. But again, because this was such a small area, we were able to get by with just basically doing it in one coat. After the top coat's applied over the flake to seal it up, you can kind of take the brush and move the flake where you need it to cover the damaged area so you don't see any of the concrete below. And this is going to really help to blend in the repair with the rest of the floor. Hey guys, I'm Trent Martin, one of the owners and operators of Homes Epoxy Flooring. If you found this video helpful, please remember to like the video. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below and we'll try to get back with you. Thanks again for watching.